Hello, I'm Quỳnh. You're watching Vietnam Today. Let's check out the headline for this hour. UN Human Rights Council adopt resolution call proposed by Vietnam. Rice export price reached 10 years high. Vietnam Coochie Tunnel lists among world 20 most amazing. The United Nations Human Rights Council adopted 30 resolutions at the end of its 53rd regular session in Geneva on July 14, including one on climate change and human rights drafted and proposed by Vietnam, Bangladesh and the Philippines that highlight the adverse impact of the natural phenomena on livelihoods and human rights, emphasizing the need for international cooperation to address this impact.
The UN 53rd regular session took place from June the 19th to July 14, featuring 5 thematic panel discussion, deliberation and dialogues on 37 special procedures and human rights mechanisms of the UN. The Vietnamese delegation, led by Assistant to Minister of Foreign Affairs Nguyễn Vũ, actively joined the session with various statements and consultations, along with Bangladesh and the Philippines. Vietnam also co-organized a thematic panel discussion on the adverse impact of climate change on the full realization of the right to food. Meanwhile, the Vietnamese delegation actively delivered speeches in various sections and discussions on social protection and women's participation and leadership, the right to health and education, combating human trafficking, extreme poverty and violence against women and girls. Vietnam affirmed its guiding principle of dialogue and cooperation, respect and understanding, and human rights for all.
Vietnam's digital economy is projected to grow fastest in Southeast Asia, reaching $50 billion by 2025. It will be mainly by growth in e-commerce with online platforms and top retailers, said a recent report of the Ho Chi Minh City People Committee about e-commerce.
The boom in e-commerce has accelerated the country's digital transformation of businesses in logistics, delivery, tourism, finance, media, and entertainment. Online payment systems like e-wallets, e-transaction gates, and e-banking have also developed speedily following a surge in online services. Within 61% of online purchases used cardless payment last year. Ho Chi Minh City has laid out a plan for developing digital economy, sharing economy, and circular economy that encourages enterprises to adopt technology and new operational methods to create sustainable goods and services. There are also several programs to help startups and enterprises digitize their businesses, especially in key sectors like fintech, edutech, smart agriculture, and smart tourism.
Latest data from General Department of Vietnam Customs show that the export price of rice in the first 6 months of the year is estimated at $539 per ton, up more than 10% over the same period in 2022. And this is also the highest prices of the past 10 years. The data also showed that in the first half of 2023, rice export reached more than 4.2 million tons, an value at $2.26 billion. The global decline of the rice supply and the impact of El Nino climate patience have led to a sharp increase in the price of rice for export. And during the period, export to the main markets, including Philippines and China, both grew strongly at double digits. And new markets such as Indonesia, Chile, Turkey, and Senegal also recorded sharply increase. Vietnam Coochie Tunnels lists among world's 20 most amazing. Until pedestrian street and night market inaugurate in Da Nang. CNN has named the Củ Chi Tunnel in the list of the world's 20 most amazing tunnel. The huge network of tunnel on the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh City, built in the late 1940s, now is an outstanding tourist attraction in the region.
Lying around 60 kilometers northwest of Ho Chi Minh City Center, the Củ Chi Tunnels was used by Vietnamese soldiers as hiding spots and communications and supply routes during the Resistance War. Western tourists have recently shared million-view videos on TikTok about how to get through the Củ Chi Tunnels entrance, covered with a secret wooden door and camouflage leaves. A visit to Củ Chi Tunnels, accompanied by an English-speaking guide, costs from around $20, including entry tickets and transportation. The highlight of the tour is navigating through the maze of tunnels to learn how Vietnamese soldiers survived during the war and exploring specially constructed living areas with kitchens, bedrooms, storage, weapon factories, and field hospitals.
The authorities of My An Ward and Ngũ Hành Sơn districts of Da Nang held a ceremony on Saturday evening to inaugurate the An Thương pedestrian street and night markets. The pedestrian street and night market model is pilot for 1 year starting from July 15, 2023.
An Thương Street has long been known as a tourist street of Da Nang as of its great potential for tourism and entertainment and shopping. Therefore, to meet the needs of visitors, An Thương Street has been invested and upgraded in terms of urban infrastructure over the past time. According to local authorities, the pilot investment in a night market in combination with a pedestrian street aims to create new tourism products and services, thereby meeting the entertainment, shopping, and cuisine demands of tourists and contributing to the development of local tourism.
In the coming phase, after successfully implement pedestrian street in An Thương, local authorities will expand the model to attract more tourists to come and enjoy our tourism services.
The street is so crowded with diverse activities. I was deeply impressed with non-cost payment program. It's so convenient for tourists like me. Spaces of the pedestrian street and night market are scientifically arranged and feature selected stalls with typical products of the city and neighboring localities. All products are guaranteed of clear origins, food safety and hygiene, and their prices are publicly displayed.
That's the end for today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.